When I was 16 years old, I used to get bullied for being fat. I was around 300 pounds. One of my closest friends at the time, not my friend anymore, he gave me the nickname FBB. He said, Fat Boy Bryce. And back then, I hated it. I hated it. And it's only because I was fat that it hurt me. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I actually became more fit than the person who called me fat and gave me that nickname, and also how you can become more fit than those that called you fat. First, I'm going to talk about the nickname FBB, or if you're a male, if a man comes up to you and flips your boob. I'm not sure what the term for a woman is, what another woman might do to make you feel overweight, or maybe if you just go somewhere and something's not your size and you feel like all the skinny girls have all the nice sizes. Well, in this video, I'm explaining to you how to get rid of that. So number one, it's cueing in on all the people that make you feel some type of way and remembering them every single time that you don't feel like doing something. This journey of losing weight is not going to be easy, especially if you're trying to lose 100 pounds like I did. I went from 300 pounds all the way to now around 190, but my lowest I've ever been to was around 170 pounds. So I lost over a total of 130 pounds. And I did that simply with willpower. And also it started with the number one thing that we're going to talk about was changing my environment. I didn't stay around the people who talked about me or made me feel away. I got away from them. Another instance when someone didn't believe in me that gave me motivation, this was after I left the school of the old friend that I was telling you that called me FBB. I go to this new school, change my environment. I go with the new friends, the new family. I go live with my cousin and my uncle. And going to this new school, there's this football coach. I asked him, how do I play a linebacker, meaning a better position? It's just, I didn't want to be a lineman anymore, someone just on the line pushing people. I didn't want to be that person anymore. I wanted to be someone with more action, more agility. And he said, with a laughing tone, just lose 50 pounds over the summer kind of thing. Basically, almost saying it's impossible for me to become a linebacker. Him not knowing who I am. I didn't even know, because I'm so foolish, that he was joking. I know now, looking back, that he was joking, and I can tell by when I came back and got his answer that he didn't know that I was actually going to do it. But I took him serious. I took him up on it. I spent the whole summer and I ended up losing 50 pounds just in the summer, over 3 months. I came back, the whole school, and when I say the whole school, it's probably around 10 to 20 people in the span of a couple weeks that kept telling me, like, man, you're looking like, bro, I remember when you were overweight, like you lost a lot of weight. And I couldn't even tell because I was so locked into the goal and to the vision. I knew I lost the weight, but I couldn't tell how I looked. I still sometimes have like a body dysmorphia, not knowing how I truly look because I've lost so much weight. When you've changed yourself from literally point A to point B, man, it's a big paradigm switch. Like, it took me a long time to learn how to run because I used to be so slow. So even though I was skinny, I would run like I was bigger still. And because I wanted to lose weight, I just used him as the motivation of like, what if I come back and he doesn't, and he gets to laugh at me because I didn't lose the weight. I just couldn't give him the satisfaction of not doing it. So another thing I want to tell you is hit your enough is enough zone. Have you ever not been making the money that you wanted, or your car's not working, or you're just at a job and you're like, man, enough is enough. I just need better. I need more. So many times, sometimes we hit these blocks, and those are the chances that you're supposed to use to turn around where you're going and use that as fuel. But sometimes you kind of just let it die off and then go back to normal. I have this quote where it says, your life isn't that bad. That's why you go back to doing what you're doing. And it's because sometimes like I realize that I just want this and I just want that. And then like 2 hours goes by and then I'm chilling. And it's like, man, I only wanted it in the moment when I was missing something. Like if you go to the gas station and you don't have gas money and you're pissed off because you don't have gas and you're sitting there for 20 minutes trying to figure it out, and you don't want to ask anyone because you don't want to seem like one of those people, but you're calling people who you know will understand like you've always done, and you finally get $10. After you get the money, you're kind of good. It was only in that 20 minutes that you're so upset that like, oh man, I'm going to do anything to never be in this position again. But you have to use that fuel to keep going and not just dismiss it. So hit your enough is enough zone. That's a big one. Here's another thing I want you to do whenever you feel like being lazy. Imagine their life getting better, or imagine them getting fit and you getting fatter. What would that look like for you? How would that make you feel? And if it's not necessarily fitness, later on apply the same principles, what would it look like for the people who said that you won't make it when you start your business if they actually quit the job after you when you quit the job and they start a business too and they make it because you're kind of lackadaisical about it? Which leads us to the next thing is lose weight with a purpose. Like, we're not trying to procrastinate. We're not trying to be in a mild form of starvation for a long period of time. We want to lose weight as fast as possible to get it off. And I'm not talking about like, if we can lose 10 pounds in a day, we're going to do it. But I mean, like, don't teeter tot, meaning you lose 5 pounds, you gain 5 pounds. You lose 5 pounds, you gain 5 pounds. You need to be at like a steady downhill, I'm just losing. There should be mild spikes, of course, like if you eat a cheat meal or two, obviously that's going to change your balance. But if you're looking at it in the grand scheme of a year or even like 6 months, a cheat meal or two does nothing. It literally does nothing to you. Unless you're trying to get to that less than 10% body fat, I suggest to all my clients, you can still get away with the foods that you love. And it's just a certain way that you have to do it. You can't do it your way. You have to do it the proven way that works, because your way has gotten to you whatever body that you have currently. So look down at your stomach. If you don't like it, that's your way. You need to try a different way. Another thing that I want you to remember is kind of change your mind from thinking too much. I kind of want this to be one of the last videos that you watch about fitness until you take action. And like, yeah, that includes me. This is very counterintuitive, but this just shows you I care less about this YouTube views than I care about whoever's watching this. And it's just simply because I don't want you to be consuming knowledge. I want you to be taking action. And when I lost my 100 pounds, I didn't go on YouTube searching at all. I just literally said, what would a healthy person do? And I did it. Okay, would a healthy person eat these 2 burgers from In-N-Out with fries and a drink? Or would they get the lettuce wrap option and nibble on some fries from my mom or my sister or whoever it was at the time when I was 16 years old that I was eating the fries with? Okay, and I can still get my drink. That's a good trade. So I go from eating 2,000 calories in one meal to around 700. So I'm saving 1,300 calories in a meal just because I made that one switch with some lettuce and sharing some fries instead of eating the fries. So I still basically almost enjoyed the same meal. I didn't say that you couldn't eat In-N-Out. You just can't eat In-N-Out the same way you used to, at least not every day or consistently. If you want a book to read too, I would give you Atomic Habits. I read this after I lost 100 pounds. And this book teaches you tiny changes, remarkable results. And it teaches that concept such as, don't run a marathon, just become a runner. Don't try to lose 20 pounds, become a healthier person. And if you just try to become a healthier person, you don't try to think too much. You just blank out your mind. Don't think, just do. Literally, don't think, just do. And I promise you, you'll be on your way to losing weight. Last step for the 1% of you that are actually going to take action on this, if you need a meal plan and workout plan, the best thing to do is actually use ChatGPT, but in a certain way. And if you want me to show you that way on a call and give you an assessment and give you some tips on what I think you should do, go ahead and check the link in the description. You can book a call with me, and that way we can talk about it and get you closer to your goals of just losing weight. And if you do this, get you a good meal plan, a good workout plan, and you get the right mindset, you'll be on your way to losing as much weight as possible and keeping a system that works for you. Because 80% of people who lose weight regain it. So if you don't want to be one of those people, click the link in the description, talk to me so I can assess your situation, and I'll see you in the next video. Health is wealth.